South Africa will go into their second ICC World Cup match with a lot of confidence after their commanding display against Sri Lanka. The Proteas will go into the match against Australia as slight favourites given their strong batting performance in their previous match. South Africa's batting has been in incredible form with Aiden Markram, Rassie van der Dussen and Henrik Klaassen each scoring a century in Delhi, helping the team post 428 runs, which is the highest score ever in one-day international cricket. Batting coach JP Dumini says the trick is about adjusting to the tricky subcontinent playing conditions in India.
It's certainly not about me, but about, as you mentioned there, the grit and determination that the guys showed. Something that we often reflect upon is, what are the conditions? What are our best options according to the conditions? And I think that was pretty much a perfect day, breaking records, opportunities to score 300s. Doesn't come around every day. So we'll certainly take that as a massive, massive confidence booster going into the rest of the tournament.
The South Africans are aware of the threat posed by the wounded Australian side, who are desperate for a win on Thursday.
Personal experiences against them when their back's against the wall, they're going to come out firing. Knowing their personality, it doesn't take them away from their style of play. They're going to come harder. So what is our response to that? Our response to that is really trying to stay in our bubble of process. And I know I'm sounding like a stuck record here, but that's certainly been our language. It's not necessarily fighting fire with fire. What is the identity of the South African team?
South Africa will lean on their recent performance in a series against the Australians ahead of the World Cup, where they came from 2-0 down to beat Australia in a series before travelling to India.
We'd like to pride ourselves on preparation and process. So yes, there's confidence coming out of a series that we were 2-0 down and winning 3-2. And, for the most part, a lot of those players were part of that series. But yes, there are certain threats that are going to be posed, one against these conditions, and obviously one or two players that didn't play in that series.
The Proteas bowling attack is weakened by the absence of injured fast bowler Andrech Nortje.
If we have a good understanding and assessment of conditions, we understand our options, and similarly to bowlers, if we're operating within that execution space, if that is our consistent review, then I believe we are operating in a high performance space, a world-class space.
South Africa will rely heavily on strike bowlers Kagiso Rabada, Lungingiti and the ever-improving Gerald Coetzee to make inroads into the Australian batting lineup. Sfiso Ramara, SABC News.